Let's talk some Ohio State football. We're going to continue to take a look at this roster because Ryan Day has done a phenomenal job recruiting talent to Columbus. And in this video, we're going to talk about a former 5-star recruit that's ready to break out this season. Also, a former 3-star recruit that could outplay his ranking this season for the Buckeyes. But before we get going, guys, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruit channel. This is the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. All right. I got On3 National Scout Cody Belair here to break it all down with me. So, Cody, let's start with Ohio State. We got a former 5-star who you think is going to break out this season. Who's it going to be?
Yeah, this was a tough one for me because, Josh, this is no surprise to anyone, but Ohio State does a pretty damn good job of signing 5-stars. So I think we ultimately, though, had to go with the most important position on the field, and that's the quarterback position. So former 5-star Julian Sayin, who I believe is ultimately going to win the starting job in Columbus, and we're going to be able to see the California kids spin it out there in the shoe. And I think the things we're going to see on Saturdays is a lot of the same that we were able to see from him on Friday nights, because this is a guy that was the definition of composed. I mean, you saw it with his demeanor under the bright lights of the Elite 11. You saw it during some of the biggest games of his high school career. Julian Sayin is as cool as the other side of the pillow, and he is a pure distributor of the football. He is such a quick release and is able to scan the field efficiently in order to get the ball out on time and in rhythm, but he also has the arm strength to push the ball vertically for a guy like Jeremiah Smith to go and run under it downfield. So I believe that the former 5-star is going to look a lot like the baller we saw coming out of high school when he steps between the white lines as the starter for the Scarlet and Gray.
And who could forget that recruitment? Julian Sayin from California was recruited by Alabama. He committed to Alabama. He signed with Alabama. He practiced with Alabama. He put the uniform on. He had the helmet on and everything. Then Nick Saban retired. He asked out of that letter of intent. He was released. He transfers to Ohio State. Now he's going to get that shot to start. I can't wait to see what Julian Sayin does this season. The next part of this video, want to talk about a 3-star that's going to outplay his ranking for Ohio State, but I realize we're doing Ohio State. Do they even have any 3-stars on the roster?
Yeah, Josh, it's funny you say that because you kind of comb through and you say, man, I don't know how many 3-stars they really sign out of high school, but the beauty of the modern college football world is this thing called the transfer portal. I think people are using it these days, and I think Ohio State fans need to know that they acquired a killer pass-catching option for this offense, and that's Purdue tight end transfer Max Clare. This is a guy that played his high school ball in Ohio at St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati and was a 3-sport athlete there playing baseball, football, and basketball. And when he arrived at Purdue, he was sniffing 6'4", 225 pounds. And during his redshirt year, he put on 20 pounds and he was ready to break out as a redshirt freshman in 2023. But he sustained a season-ending ankle injury after making 4 starts in 2024. So he came back and put together a very strong season, collecting 51 catches for 685 yards and 4 touchdowns, and was a fixture for that Purdue offense last year. But what does he bring to Ohio State? And I would say insurance or a safety net, if you will, because this is someone that can literally do everything in the passing game. He can play attached as an inline Y. He can play H. He can line up in the slot. He can split out wide. He has the wiggle to win against man, and he has the IQ and discipline to sit and find the soft zone the soft spot in zone coverage. And he can even win in the screen game, Josh. I mean, all of these things allow for Julian Sayin, or whoever ends up winning the starting quarterback job, an immediate go-to target to get them out of trouble, and it allows them to play more free, knowing they have a dependable option in the underneath and intermediate levels of the field.
Yep, that's what the transfer portal is all about, kind of gives a prospect like that a second life, and he's going to play a really important role for Ohio State. Buckeye fans, you talk to us. What do you think? Who will be the former 5-star that breaks out? Do you think there's another 3-star on the roster that's going to have a great season? Let us know. Comment section below.